Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
First down, Broncos.
On the set. You draw quarters. Go, go, go.
On first down, right back to Lindsay. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Alpha.
53, check 53. Watch the slant.
That's it.
From just shy of midfield. Block. And Bryant's got it over the middle. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's it, baby. We go work.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Oh, you got
On first and 10, it's Lindsay. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the Colts 42-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Bravo. Go.
Lock to throw on second down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Justin Houston. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A first down throw for Brissett. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it first and 10. Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it second and 12.
At the 35-yard line.
Pittsburgh, minus 47. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
Now a give, right side. It's Hines. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here's Brissett looking deep for Hilton. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
First down, Denver.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Let's go now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All right, T, let's all right, T.
Now it's Lindsey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Locke letting one go deep for the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. A 4-yard pickup. That gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Wide open receiver complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Ready, ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. He'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They run with Hines. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ain't no such thing as a low time.
Brissett now. And this is caught at the 8. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's a gain of 21 yards. Complete to Devin Funchess. First and goal at the end.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Fighting down past the 45. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. And even 50 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Shotgun snap to Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Martavis Bryant, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. On second down, it's Hines. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football.
Brings up third down.
Ready. Go. Hey, Mike 51.
Third and short yardage, Brissett. And he gets it to Funchess complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Ready, 8, read.
53 to Mike. 53 down.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
They've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down.
Go.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, defense.
Throwing his lock on third down. Flushed out right. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. The Broncos had 15 fourth down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here.
Hey, team 6. Come. Get up.
Lock gonna go on fourth down. He's just gonna dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's taken down inside the 30. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. Lock now. 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Lock. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
From the gun, it's Lock. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Lindsey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Phillip Lindsey with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and they converted a second time for 6 points.
This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And he's into the clear. 20, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Terry connecting on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. And here's Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. This is Hines. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
This was boxing. You think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered, but this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play showing that they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room and smile about, but hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
Here's Brissett. Caught left side by Funchess. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. First down, Brissett. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection they felt. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now Brissett. And the pressure gets to him again. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the return will stop right around the 25. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Brissett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Hey, echo.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Sanders has it over the middle. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Ready? 90 Wolf. Yes, yes.
Clock now on first down. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And my goodness, another interception. Quincy Wilson with the INT. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's go, hey.
To try again after the sack. Brissett into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, check.
Throwing, Brissett, and his throw is incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
They'll run on first down. Hines. On to stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Campbell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. On 3rd down, Brissett. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Brissett to throw on first. Caught left side by Hilton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Brissett now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Hines. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Ready. Mike's 47. Watch the run.
From the red zone now, Brissett. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there, but it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Locke. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bryant. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Locke now on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Hey, Haywood. Ready?
Locke again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Justin Houston in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. He takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Phillip Lindsay with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check 26, check 26. 36.
Now it's Hines. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brissett. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
23 yards, the final tally. Now Locke. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Reset. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. It was Duke Dawson on the tackle, the second-round pick in 2018.
It's 3rd and 7.
Ready. Check in. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
They run again with Hines. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 20. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Set. 18 Gator. Hey, Delta.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Locke will try again on second down. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. He can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. Screen pass to Lindsey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call. On third and long, it's Locke. He's got his tight end Fant, and they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line. On first down, Locke throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sanders. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos cut into that lead. He's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I
there?
didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, it's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Brissett. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Hines. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Shoot, shoot, shoot. You go night-night. So go night-night. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And he connects with Ebron. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On 2nd and goal, there's an out. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jacoby Brissett, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over?
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Here we go. 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Lock. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
51. Let's set up.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9. Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Indianapolis, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.